So this project is a bit more difficult for me. I was a bit of a partying bad kid until a few years ago. So since we're supposed to talk about something important to us, I decided to talk a little about myself and the goals for my future, since I am what I am focused on at this point in my life. First, I'll start with game design is not the reason I'm attending college. I'm here because of an urge to alter my path in life, and you happen to be the souls that I met on this very long journey that I decided to take. Honestly, I have been living like a hermit these past 2 years, doing nothing but hiding at home, playing video games and watching dubbed animes. Growing up, I didn't have the best home life to say the least, so I was always gone, whether that was physically, emotionally, or imaginatively. I stayed in my head a lot more than was probably healthy, but as a kid with nowhere else to be, the world grew and grew inward. Eventually, I surprised even myself with my overall knowledge in supernatural, paranormal, legend, myth, monsters, religion, gods, powers. I was a regular Superman flying around my brain. I couldn't get enough of these dream worlds and just dove deeper and deeper in. I left home around 14 years old, thinking, like other kids, I know everything in this world, which, as we all know, couldn't be further from the truth. I spent a lot of time in jail for one stupid thing or another because I was doing a lot of illegal things. I was a tough guy, going from home to home, place to place. Did whatever I wanted, however I wanted, whenever I wanted. Nobody could say anything. Unfortunately, at 29, I have outlived my own father, who no one thought I would amount to much more than, or even live beyond at this point. Thoughts I couldn't be mad at them for, which with how wedged my head was up my butt. A few years ago, in my depression and my bad attitude, something just kind of finally clicked inside of me. I couldn't honestly tell you what it was or why it happened. I woke up one day and I was tired of the person I was. I was living one day to day, not knowing if minimum wage would float the bills, stressed, sad, working multiple jobs. I just had enough. Something had to change. So I spent a couple of years deciding how I wanted it to change. I put a lot of time and thought into considering what was important to me. I don't really have hobbies. Most cost money I don't have. After work, I go home and stare at a screen all night. I distanced myself from the dramatic, stressful, draining people. So what in the end was important to me? The answer I found wasn't creating games, though it is a part of the grand scheme. Becoming a game designer was honestly an impulse. I wasn't looking to become anything really, and so far things seem to be going all right, minus a few hiccups. I was poking around schools when Full Sail University caught hold and didn't let go, so once it became serious, my mind switched to the whole point of going to school was to tell this grand story I had stuck in my brain. But the truth is, I just like telling stories, creating stories, and watching stories unfold. In today's technology, their advancements in storytelling methods has taken it to a whole new playing field. All different ways of telling each story from different mindsets. Being a book of worthless knowledge has its uses if you know where to apply it. Game design being merely a stepping stone of my future massive school debt, I want to take graphic design to be able to create anime. I am also computer dumb beyond this course is taught, and most of the schools in the 90s only taught typing. I find the values and the morals of anime and game characters a lot more upfront and clear to me. Their emotions and personalities are a lot better and clearer, and let's face it, the battle scenes are so much better when they're not on a Hollywood movie budget. Um, my current favorite being One Piece, which everyone should watch. Um, I know that I'm going to have to take computer tech classes. Computers are clearly the future, and believe me, much, much better than, say, rubber roofing, 110-degree kitchens, or throughway clerk attending. That's terrible. I'm considering what it would be to become a novelist. I have a unique way of viewing things, and I know everyone says that, probably means it, but when I'm done, I'm hoping that I have the skills to create a story from A to Z in whatever format that I choose. Being that the field of game design is so competitive and demanding, I need to adapt myself with a plan: B, C, D, and E. The more recent way I began thinking is that having a degree in both game design and graphic design puts me a step ahead of a lot of others who have just one or the other. The overall goal being to force companies to take notice of me amongst all the other candidates. Not just gaming companies. I'm going to spread myself over a wide net and see what catches overall. Most likely, in the end, I'm going to send a video application of myself. They're going to consist of my goals, my ideas, and my thought process, really, to every technological company out there in the graphics design field, including publishers. The more companies that finds me gives me the opportunity to truly sort through and pick what my future career is that I want to follow. Um, I'd like a front row seat to the evolution of virtual reality technology. It's the next breakthrough I believe will radically change our perceptions of reality. If you haven't seen Virtual Revolutions, the movie, it's a great concept of both sides of looking at virtual reality. In the end, if I get to be a storyteller, I don't care what format it's in as long as I'm happy. It pays better than minimum wage because the school debt is going to be huge, and I get to show my creative sides. So thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the video.